Do you love your child so fiercely that it sometimes feels like a burden? Do you find yourself constantly worrying, controlling, or even suffering because of your deep affection for them? Perhaps you've thought, I love my child, but they also cause me so much pain. This paradox of love and suffering is a common human experience, especially in the intense bond between parent and child. In this video, we will explore the profound Buddhist concept of love without attachment, how it can revolutionize your parenting journey. This isn't about loving less, but about loving more deeply, more freely, and with less suffering. You will learn. 1. The true meaning of non-attachment in the context of parental love. 2. How to distinguish between genuine love and clinging, or grasping. 3. Practical Buddhist principles to cultivate a love that empowers both you and your child, fostering freedom and authentic connection. What is one way your love for your child sometimes feels like a source of worry or pain? Share your thoughts in the comments below. But first, let's unravel the wisdom that allows us to love with an open heart, free from the chains of attachment. The nature of attachment in parenting. We are taught that love means holding on tightly, but what if true love means learning to let go? In Buddhist philosophy, attachment upadana is often identified as a primary cause of suffering. This isn't just about material possessions. It extends to ideas, views, and even relationships. In parenting, attachment can manifest in many subtle ways. Attachment to our child's success, their happiness, their choices, or even their very presence. We might cling to an image of who we want our child to be, or to the idea that their happiness is solely our responsibility. This clinging, while born of love, often leads to anxiety, fear, and disappointment when reality inevitably deviates from our expectations. When our child struggles, we suffer because we are attached to their comfort. When they make choices we disagree with, we suffer because we are attached to our vision for their life. This is not to say we shouldn't care or guide, but rather to understand that our suffering arises not from the love itself, but from the grasping nature of our minds around that love. The Buddha taught that understanding the nature of attachment is the first step towards liberation from suffering. It can feel counterintuitive to talk about non-attachment when our deepest instinct is to protect and nurture our children. We might fear that letting go means becoming indifferent or uncaring, but the opposite is true. When we release the grip of attachment, we create space for a purer, more expansive form of love to emerge. This love is not conditional on our child's behavior or achievements. It simply is. It allows us to witness their journey with an open heart, to offer support without suffocating, and to celebrate their individuality without imposing our own agenda. This shift transforms parenting from a source of constant worry into a practice of profound presence and unconditional acceptance. Consider David, whose daughter Mia was struggling in school. David, a high achiever himself, became consumed with Mia's grades, constantly checking her homework, hiring tutors, and expressing his disappointment when she didn't meet his expectations. His love for Mia was undeniable, but it was heavily intertwined with his attachment to her academic success. This created immense pressure on Mia and strained their relationship. After learning about non-attachment, David began to shift his focus. He still supported Mia, but he released his emotional investment in her grades. He started asking her about her feelings, her friendships, and what she enjoyed learning, rather than just her performance. This allowed Mia to breathe, and surprisingly, her grades began to improve as the pressure lifted. But more importantly, their bond deepened. It built on acceptance rather than achievement. What is one expectation you hold for your child that, if released, might bring more peace to your relationship? This understanding of attachment paves the way for a different kind of love. A love rooted in the core Buddhist principles of compassion and wisdom. Cultivating unconditional love and compassion. True love, in the Buddhist sense, is not about what we get, but about what we give, freely and without expectation. Buddhist love, particularly, is expressed through the Four Immeasurables: loving kindness, metta, compassion, karuna, appreciative, joy mudita, and equanimity upka provides a powerful framework for parenting without attachment. Loving kindness is the wish for all beings, including our children, to be happy and free from suffering. Compassion is the wish for them to be free from suffering, coupled with the willingness to alleviate that suffering. Appreciative joy is finding genuine happiness in their successes and well-being without envy or comparison. Equanimity is the ability to remain balanced and peaceful amidst the ups and downs of life, recognizing that we cannot control every outcome, but we can control our response. These qualities allow us to love our children fiercely and unconditionally. It's not because they fulfill our desires, but simply because they are. This kind of love is expansive, inclusive, and liberating. It teaches our children resilience, self-acceptance, the profound truth that they are loved for who they are, not for what they do. Practicing these immeasurables can transform our emotional landscape as parents. Instead of reacting with fear or anger when our children struggle, we can respond with compassion and understanding. Instead of feeling competitive or jealous when they achieve something we didn't, we can experience genuine appreciative joy. Equanimity helps us navigate the inevitable challenges of parenting with grace, recognizing that every experience, pleasant or unpleasant, is part of their unique journey. This doesn't mean we don't feel pain or sadness, but that we don't cling to those feelings, allowing them to pass through us without overwhelming us. This creates an emotional stability that benefits not only us, but also provides a secure base for our children. Sarah's son Leo was diagnosed with a learning disability. Sarah initially felt overwhelmed with sadness and fear for his future. However, instead of clinging to her anxieties, she began to practice compassion and equanimity. She accepted Leo's diagnosis without judgment, focusing on his strengths and unique abilities. She sought out resources to support his learning, but more importantly, she cultivated an environment of unconditional love and acceptance. When Leo struggled with a task, she didn't express frustration. Instead, she offered patient encouragement and celebrated his small victories. This approach not only helped Leo thrive academically, but also fostered in him a strong sense of self-worth and resilience, knowing that his mother loved him for exactly who he was, challenges and all. How can you intentionally practice one of the four immeasurables in your interactions with your child today? Cultivating this unconditional love naturally leads us to a more mindful approach to parenting, where every moment becomes an opportunity for connection and growth. Mindful parenting, presence over perfection. Parenting is not about being perfect, it's about being present. Mindful parenting is the practical application of non-attachment and unconditional love in daily interactions. It means bringing conscious awareness to every moment with your child, observing your own thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judgment, instead of reacting on autopilot, driven by old patterns or societal pressures. Mindful parenting encourages you to pause, breathe, and respond intentionally. This involves active listening, truly hearing what your child is saying and feeling, rather than just waiting for your turn to speak or impose a solution. It's about being fully present during playtime, mealtime, or even during conflicts, recognizing that these are all opportunities for connection and teaching. Mindful parenting also extends to self-compassion, acknowledging that you will make mistakes, and offering yourself the same kindness and understanding you would offer your child. This practice cultivates a calm and stable presence, which is the greatest gift you can give your child. It's teaching them emotional regulation and self-awareness by example. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to be distracted, to parent from a place of overwhelm or anxiety. Mindful parenting invites us to slow down, to tune in to the present moment, and to truly connect with our children. This can feel challenging, especially when faced with tantrums, defiance, or endless demands. However, by cultivating mindfulness, we learn to ride the waves of these emotions without being swept away. We become less reactive and more responsive, creating a more peaceful and harmonious home environment. This practice not only benefits our children by providing them with a secure and emotionally intelligent parent, but it also enriches our own lives, bringing more joy, meaning, and connection to the often chaotic journey of parenting. Maria, a busy working mother, found herself distracted during dinner with her two young children, mentally reviewing her workday or planning the next day. This led to frequent misunderstandings and meltdowns at the table. She decided to try mindful parenting. During dinner, she put away her phone, made eye contact with her children, and actively listened to their stories about their day. When her son Tom started complaining about his vegetables, instead of immediately scolding him, she paused, took a breath, and asked him, what he didn't like about them, genuinely curious. This small shift in presence transformed their meal times, from stressful battles into opportunities for genuine connection and even laughter. Maria found herself enjoying these moments more. Her children responded positively to her increased attention and calm presence. Choose one daily routine with your child and commit to being fully present during it today. By embracing love without attachment and practicing mindful parenting, we not only transform our relationships, but also pave the way for a profound emotional payoff, leading to true freedom and authentic connection. We began by acknowledging the pain that can arise even from the deepest love for our children. Through the profound wisdom of Buddhist non-attachment, we've discovered that true love is not about clinging, but about liberating. It's about cultivating a love that is expansive, unconditional, and free from the suffering of unmet expectations. By distinguishing between genuine affection and grasping, and by practicing mindful presence, you transform your parenting from a source of anxiety into a wellspring of joy and authentic connection. You become a beacon of calm and wisdom, guiding your children not by control, but by example. It's empowering them to walk their own unique paths with confidence and inner peace. This is the ultimate gift, a love that sets both you and your child free. If you're ready to experience the liberating power of love without attachment, to parent with greater peace and presence, then this wisdom is for you. In our next video, Mindfulness in Conflict: How to Handle Family Tension with Wisdom, we will explore how to apply these mindful principles to navigate the inevitable conflicts and tensions that arise in family life, transforming them into opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. Subscribe to the Noble Wisdom Path to continue this transformative journey with us. Share this video with any parent who seeks to love more deeply and suffer less. And remember, the path to freedom begins with an open heart and a willingness to let go.